Good morning everyone, Brit Engineer in the Philippines here. Yeah, Brit Engineer in the Philippines here. Update on the boat. I've done quite a bit. Sorry I've not been really catching up with all the videos. I've been in a bit of a rush, trying to get as much done as I can. I've capped off all the gunnels. As you can see the paint that's all run down. What I've done, anywhere that I won't be able to get access to paint it, I've been pre-painting it before assembly, so all the plies all painted on the inside, plastered with paint on the inside to keep it water. It's a good waterproof paint anyway. That's the makings of the console. I've got to sort out, there's a steering cable actuator thing. That's going to really govern where the console is going to be and the length of it. So it's got to come out the console on the right hand side, go across the back of the floor, through that hole there, into the engine, onto the engine for the steering. The controls, I've got mass length on the controls, but it's the steering one that's going to limit me. I should have probably bought a longer one from the UK when I came. I don't think you can buy anything like that here, I don't think. I wouldn't like to try. I've capped off the top of the gunnel across the transom. Virtually it's like a seat as well. I put a couple of holes, one either side pointing outwards. Then there's a piece of wood on the inside also as a brace. I'm going to get a piece of 2-inch diameter plastic tube and bond that into there for rod holders at the back. Yeah, the floors, you see the big pile of dust I swept up in here. I had to tidy up, there's all tools in here, bits of wood and everything, so I had a bit of a clean up yesterday. I'm going to have to get the vacuum out to finish it off. Well, there's a big pile of sawdust and bits that I swept out of here. The deck is going to be completely sealed. I'm going to completely seal the deck. I'm going to go around with chop strand mat probably, and seal the deck to the gunnels and also across the back and all the way around, so that no water can go underneath the floor. Underneath the floor, as I've probably said already, I've got probably 50 to 60 gallon containers with the lids sealed underneath the floor for flotation if it needs it. There's a makings of the bulkhead. I've got to cut a door into that yet, so that the bow here will be completely covered in. There'll be a top on this. I'll put a bit of a, I don't know, an angle on it there. I don't know if you get a bit of spray over or anything. Give it a bit of a chance to run off rather than running into the boat. So that's going to give me quite a big area in here. Let's see, I've chucked one of my rods in here already. It was in the car, but I took it out. She had to go and fetch mineral water the other day, so she needed the back of the car empty. So yeah, I've got to finish off chop strand matting right up into the point of the bow, and then I'm putting a big support into there also. That's going to be bonded in, but I needed the flooring up to there at least, so I could reach into here. It's a bit high, I can't reach over to do anything anymore, so I need to be able to I'll just lift this bulkhead out. It's not going to be bonded in yet, I've just cut virtually to size. I'll lift that out so I can lean over and re-fiberglass all this side here, both sides. The floor's already been chop strand matted for extra strength. It's a little bit on the edge, but I'm overlapping that down there up to the gunnel so that it's going to be really strong. I'll put a capping on the outside. 3/4 ply, then it's all been sealed where it joins, where it screws onto the gunnels, and then it's screwed into another piece and blocks on the inside to give it strength. Done a bit of a fancy piece here. As I said before, I wanted the back end of the gunnel slightly lower, so I don't castrate myself when I'm climbing in and out. So I've done a bit of a fancy the way I've made a join here, and then that's got to be finished off. Colour, I don't know, I think I'm going to do it all blue. I quite like this light blue, so I did buy a darker blue and then mixed it with white to give me the lighter blue. So I may do the majority of the hull, I think I'm going to do in blue, and then this capping around the top is probably going to be white, with a capping on the top. This is really strong. You could stand on this, no problem at all. It's all braced underneath. But it's really made the gunnels, I can't even move them now. If I try and move it, there's no wobble in the gunnels at all now. It's really rigid. When that bulkhead's in and sealed in, that'll really make the rest of it quite rigid anyway. Yeah, it's quite a nice big floor area. So even with the console in it, gives quite a big floor area. I was going to put a central seat, but it's going to be in the way of the door. So I think I'm going to put, where the bottom of the hull risers there, I've had to cut the floor out because it won't sit level on it, so I've had to cut it out so it level with it. So that's all going to be sealed in. That's all be glass right over the top and probably 3 or 4 inches up the gunnel, to seal all that really well.